So you're looking at possibly selling your home here in San Diego, but you're not quite too sure when is the best time to sell your home and when is the worst time to sell your home. And trust me, there are definitely times where we can get more for your house and definitely times where we can get less for your house, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go over both those times right now, so stay tuned. Hey, what's up? My name is Emery Jensen with the Living in or Moving to San Diego channel, where we talk all about what it's like to live in America's finest city. If you've now not done so already, please like and subscribe and click that bell button. That way you're the first to be known when I put out new content all about America's finest city. Honestly, we get people all the time, just like you, reaching out to us through call, text, email, even through the Zoom link in the description below. Schedule a call with me. I'm available days, nights, weekends, where we can talk about your possible move here in San Diego. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so when is the worst time to sell your home here in San Diego? Unfortunately, that time frame is a pretty big time frame where you might not get the most money for your property. And the time frame is to be between September all the way through February. So a big chunk of the year. And this is because really a lot of different things, different scenarios that are going on that are gonna bring the potential buyer pool down a little bit, which unfortunately creates less competition and a lot of times than not a lower price for your home than you would typically get for it if you were selling during the best time of the year. Now, one of the biggest things that kind of affects the buyer's pool during this time frame is come August. That's when a lot of buyers sit out because kids are going back to school. This is when a lot of stores start to put out holidays, seasonal shopping, stuff like that, which gets a lot of buyers into the kids going to school zone, obviously, and the holiday spirit, right? And we all know when the holiday spirit comes around, we don't really want to do much compared to when we're busy during the summer and spring time frame, right? So that takes a lot of buyers out of the pool because most buyers are going to be families. Let's be honest. Additionally, the housing market in San Diego, it tends to be a lot less activity going on, not only for buyers but also for sellers, because sometimes sellers don't also want to have people walking in through their house when they have family coming over during the holidays. You know, you got Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, all kinds of different holidays that I probably didn't mention as well, that are really going to prevent sellers from wanting to sell the home and getting all this traffic coming through, even if there are buyers on the market. Now, I talked a little bit about the worst time to sell your home in San Diego. Let's talk about now the best time to sell your home here in San Diego. The time frame that's going to be the best time for you and get the top dollar for your property is going to be from March through August. And this is because spring is starting, the days become longer, they become a lot warmer as well. And come, March time frame and June, a lot of people are getting out of school that includes college kids, younger kids as well. Families have a lot more free time during this time, typically. So they use that time, if they're looking for a house, to look for those properties, right? This increases your buyer pool, more competition, and hopefully more offers for your property. That way you can get the most top dollar for your home. Now, like I mentioned, in June, this is when a big portion of the buyers come into the market because of schools getting out. And a big portion of the buyers here in San Diego are going to be families, even first-time home buyers that are looking to get their first property, or people that are looking to upgrade from their smaller home with a growing family into a bigger, nicer home, maybe a nicer location. So again, this increases your buyer pool quite a bit and competition, and hopefully, ideally, we can get you guys into some multiple offer situations where you can find a strong, qualified buyer that can get the deal done for you. Another big thing about the summer and spring time frame is not very many big holidays as compared to the winter and fall months. So people aren't having very big get-togethers. If they are, they may be at the beach, stuff like that. That doesn't take too long. And so most of their free time could be spent on looking at these homes, looking at these properties, and finding what could be the best fit for them next. Just to give you guys some more context and some more data to kind of back up this information, in June, in the normal San Diego market, a normal home sits on the market for about 20 days. Versus in the fall winter months, you can probably expect the home to sit on the market for about 37 days. So that's a 17-day increase, which depending on your situation, could be a significant amount of time for you if you're looking to move urgently. That's up to you to answer though. Now, of course, with everything, there's always going to be some exceptions to these rules. Let's say you have a very desirable home in a very nice location that people just struggle to get into all year round. If you stage it nice and the house looks perfect and you price it right, then of course the home probably going to sell for top dollar no matter what time of year it is. Additionally, let's say you have like some kind of big life event happening, like a job change or a marriage or engagement, something like that, that makes you have to make that big move. Then obviously you're probably not going to want to wait 6 months till spring or summer hits to sell your home. So if you have to sell it in winter months, you can still get a very good price for your home. Maybe not as much as you might get during the summer months, but again, if they make that move quickly, then it's not worth waiting 6 months, because who really knows what's going to happen? All we know at that certain time is what the market's at, then and there, and it could always change, go up or down. So keep that in mind too. Now, if you're absolutely stuck on selling your home in the summer time frame, but maybe you can't leave until the winter time frame, you can put it on the market in the summer and just ask for like a rent back situation for maybe 2 months. Typically 2 months is the maximum. You can go a little bit longer than that, but it's going to be a lot harder to find a buyer. But if you have to leave in the winter, you want to sell in the summer, that is definitely an option. Just have to get a little bit more creative. That way you can get the top dollar as well as have the time to make that move in the winter months when that time does come for you. Now, if you are a homeowner here in San Diego, you might have to ask yourself, do I have to sell? I tell all my clients that are looking at possibly selling, can you keep the home? Can you keep it as a rental and just kind of build your wealth for your family, you and your family, build a legacy. If you don't have a family, build it for yourself, you know? 9 times out of 10, it's probably the better situation to hold on to the home, rent it out, even if it means you're losing about 100, 200 bucks a month. Now, obviously, if you're really underwater, you probably don't want to keep the property, or if there's some kind of bad condition with the home, it might not be the smartest. But if it's a good home and you have a good interest rate and you can make those payments and make that move to the next destination without having to sell that home, that could be your best bet, because years down the line, who knows, it could save you a ton of work and maybe even help you retire early, which that's kind of what we all want. I hope, at least, right? So ask yourself that question: do I have to sell? What happens if I do sell? Can I buy my next property or make this move without selling this home? And what would it look like for you to rent this property out and maybe become a landlord for a few more years? That way you can even maximize your profits at that point. If your answers are possibly leaning more towards selling the home after going through all those questions for yourself, then maybe reach out to me if you want. We can look over some numbers, some possibilities. Again, you can reach me through call, text, or email. People do it all the time. So if that's you want some help, just look at the numbers, let me know. There's also a Zoom call in the description below that we can talk face to face if you like and figure out what's the best decision for you and your family. All right, if you have not done so already, please like and subscribe to my channel. That way you're the first to be notified when I put out new content about living here in San Diego. Till next time, I'll see you soon.